Hey Herp family, my name is Mandy, aka the Herping Lady, and this is Drizzle. And today we want to share with you what is the difference between gut loading and dusting. Let's get right to it. Properly ensuring that your pet gets the proper nutrients is a challenge for any exotic pet owner, especially when you're not sure which information is wrong. This miscommunication often results in our little scaly friends either getting sick, having to visit the vet, or even worse, passing away. And sadly, most cases of sick reptiles and amphibians could have been prevented with just proper husbandry and proper nutrition. So first, let's understand how herps in the wild get their nutrients. In nature, your feeders will commonly consume roots, plants, insects, and other feeders that have a broad range of diverse nutrients. And when they consume that diverse nutrients, it ends up becoming a part of their makeup throughout the rest of their lives. Have you ever heard of the phrase, "you are what you eat"? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about here, except in feeder form. So all that natural goodness that those feeders had just consumed will also get snatched up when a big hunter like Drizzle comes into the wild and stalks on their prey. But how exactly do we mimic that scenario in nature in captivity? Well, we have two options, gut loading and dusting. But which one's better? Let's define them first. Dusting is when you coat your insect feeders with a calcium or multivitamin powder, and then you directly feed it to your pet. While gut loading is when you take your feeder, whether it be an insect, a small mammal, feeder lizards, or feeder amphibians, and you feed them a diverse diet ranging in a variety of nutrients that they consume. That nutrients lives inside of their gastrointestinal tract, which then gets later consumed about 24 hours to 72 hours after they have been fed to the hunter. But there are some downfalls to both methods. It doesn't mean that they're completely useless. It just means there's some things to keep in mind. For gut loading, there are two downfalls specifically. One, several years ago, some studies for gut-loaded food clearly demonstrated that common and commercially available dry gut loads along with high moisture calcium gut loads are highly inconsistent. The study proved that while some products are of high quality, nearly half do not contain the nutrients promised on the label. And even if they did contain those nutrients, they were in a form of a particle size that was way too small for an animal that consumed it to deliver it to the hunter, making it impossible for them to be delivered to our reptiles. I'm going to add a link below to the studies taken so you guys can check them out for yourselves. Number two, remember how I said that gut-loaded hunties needed to be fed to the hunter about 24 to 72 hours after they consumed their diverse diet? That's because even when using high quality gut loads or organic fruits and veggies, those animals have a digestive tract that is still capable of defecating the nutrients that they just consumed.
Time to take a poop.
It was also documented that common feeders are unable to absorb or obtain calcium at a beneficial rate for our little scaly friends. And dusting also has some downfalls too. When we're dusting our insects, sometimes our insects like to groom themselves and make that dust disappear from their bodies. That's why we need to make sure that we're not dusting too much or too little, that we're dusting just the right amount. This is what too much dusting looks like. Or it's also called ghosting, when your insect almost looks like a ghost. And this is what the perfect amount of dusting looks like. You can kind of see that they're lightly coated. So that still doesn't answer our question. Which one is better, gut loading or dusting? A healthy mix of both should be utilized in your reptile husbandry. You want to ensure that you're offering your reptiles a vast variety of nutrients. So in case that you didn't gut load properly, you still have the dusters to back up what you might have missed while gut loading. And this just ensures that your reptile gets all the yummy nutrients that they need to get strong, healthy bones. Isn't that right, Drizzle? But Mandy, what if I have a snake or a larger lizard that consumes mammals? Guys, I did not forget about you. When you are ordering rodents, be sure to ask the rodent breeder what their diet was before purchasing the rodent. If they're a reputable company, they're most likely going to answer your question and be honest about it. Personally, some of my favorite rodent breeders are Perfect Prey, Rodent Pro, and the Big Cheese rodents. And any Reptile Expo, really. I'm gonna add the links to those below in the description so you guys have access to it. So to sum everything up, please gut load and dust your insects. And if you're asking, where should I buy insect feeders that are of high quality? I have 4 great options for you. Tasty critters. Use my code TheHerpingLady to get 10% off your entire purchase. Use rainbowmealworms.net. They've been in the business for a really long time and they have everything that you need for your selection. DubiaRoaches.com. Not only do they have cool, awesome feeders that are of high quality and gut loaded, you can get bangin' PVC enclosures there too, so check them out. And 4th is obviously any awesome reptile expo. So tell me down in the comments below which method you swear by, and if you have another feeder company that you recommend for our other fellow herp fam. If this video was helpful, please like, share, subscribe, put that notification bell on because this helps me help you guys get more information that you need, and I love doing that for you guys. So with that, toodles herp fam, and remember, good husbandry is cool husbandry. See you guys later in the next one.